Alright guys, it is Wednesday, new comic book day, getting it a little bit, started a little bit late, but it is time to go to my local comic shop, collect the comics and games to go get the new pulls for the week of April 8th, 2026. Alright guys, we made it back. Got a decent stack this week. It might look a little bit fat on top because I got the DC Connect books, because these are always good to get so you know what the future is going to be for DC or Marvel. This is for June of 2026, and it's the summer of Supergirl upcoming. We had the summer of Superman last year, so now with the Supergirl movie coming out this year, it's the summer of Supergirl. And then for Marvel as well, got their Marvel Connect or Marvel free previews. This is for June, whenever Avengers Armageddon issue number 1 comes out. That will definitely be on my pull list 1000%. But getting it kicked off with the actual pulls this week, we have Bleeding Hearts. This is issue number 3. I kind of forgot what it is because I got the variant cover. I think it looks really cool. And then of course on the inside, gonna get Poke, Kara, and Rabbit. I remember that's her name. I believe it's Kara. Honestly, it might not be her name. Now I'm second guessing myself. But Poke found them and he's trying to get them to safety so that they don't get eaten by all his other zombie friends. And he's going to try to help them, it looks like, just escape and get to a safer place other than where all his zombie friends are. So looking forward to that. And we'll see if they make it out alive or not. End of Life, issue number 3, or Bleeding Hearts, issue number 3. End of Life is a different DC Vertigo title. This one came in a, I guess they put it in a, oh my gosh, a bag and board. I was kind of going crazy there because there is a scratch in-game reward on the back of this. This is Dead by Daylight, the Hillbilly, issue number 1. Let's just take a look at the art on the inside. It's very old school. That is very, very old school. I'm down with it. I like it. It kind of fits the vibe of the Dead by Daylight's show. I'm trying to see if we might see the Hillbilly whatsoever in this first issue. And there's your first glimpse of him right there, cutting up some bodies. So this is going to be interesting. It kind of just explores the origin of the Hillbilly character in Dead by Daylight. Looking forward to that, and hopefully there's a cool in-game reward for a new skin with the Hillbilly character. I enjoy that game, so I'm definitely going to do that. But one of the big boys of the week, we have The Fury of Firestorm. This is issue number 1 of 6. This is a mini series for DC's Next Level. And we take a look at the art on the interior. It looks really good. I'm definitely down with that. Jeff Lemire is the writer for this book. We know that he does Absolute Flash, and he's going to have a chance to do Firestorm and maybe have a new group of fans join in with the character, because there hasn't been a whole lot of Firestorm recently. I know he was in the DCKO event very minimally. He was just a character in the tournament, so we'll see if Firestorm can get some more fans and looks to be a potential villain. I honestly couldn't tell you who that is, but looking forward to it. The Fury of Firestorm will be on my buy or sell this week on Friday, so make sure you tune into that, as well as the Dead by Daylight Hillbilly. Next, we have Absolute Green Lantern. This is issue 13, and this might be the first title that I drop from the Absolute universe. If it's not good, I will drop it. As you can see on the entry, or the first page, we're going to get the color spectrum. We're getting Mogo. Going to get the Green Lantern, the Red Lantern of Tomar Ray, Yellow Lantern Sinestro, Pink Lantern Hal Jordan, which is very interesting, and then the Blue Lantern, I honestly couldn't tell you who that is. But we're going to get an update on Sinestro and what he's kind of been up to after he got teased in one of the earlier issues. Haven't seen him since. He's probably just going to get an update on the Joe Mullen character. And we're going to just explore more. And Tomar Ray trying to recruit Joe Mullen to help him fight Mogo, the Black Star. See how that goes, and see if Joe Mullen and Tomar Ray might get into a little scrap, excuse me. Man, that monster really does make me burp a lot. But next, we have Supergirl, or more like Cyborg Girl. She got her ass beat in the previous issue of Supergirl. Kara did. And I'm interested to see, like, who's going to be recreating her into this cyborg type of character. Is she going to be like this for a long time? I hope not. We have the summer of Supergirl upcoming, and you can't really have Supergirl act like a cyborg and you're trying to grow a character like her. But we're going to get also some other Superboys. Going to get Lex Luthor's daughter, Luna, I believe is her name. And yeah, this is the In Hero of Kandor Part 2. We see her being put together, getting a new eye, a new arm. Hopefully this doesn't last for too long, but I do like what Sophie Campbell is doing with the character of Supergirl. I appreciate that they're introducing this new character, the Black Flame. Might be a villain, a recurring villain in the Supergirl series. So looking forward to that as well. Going over to Image, we have Transformers issue number 31, new story arc with Robert Kirkman in the Energon universe. Ludo Lulabi, I believe is how you say it, is the new artist. So first impression on the first page. Looks like what we've been getting with the Transformers series so far. Good details. Looks a little clean at some spots, which is good. There's nothing wrong with a clean looking art page. But we're going to explore Megatron and get some more of the Decepticons after the previous arc focused a ton on the Autobots. And Megatron has been seeing this vision, and it's been driving him insane. And nothing is going to stop Megatron from reaching his ultimate potential. And the Energon universe might just be toppled by Megatron himself. So looking forward to issue number 31, new story arc with the Transformers and Robert Kirkman. Next, another book that's going to be on my buy or sell. This is the Neighborhood Watch, or just Neighborhood Watch. This is by Boom Studios, written by Sarah Gailey, and the art is done by Haining. And this follows an HOA where the woman, or a couple women, find this dead body at the bottom of a basement. And it's the neighborhood's called Willow Haven. And the people in the HOA, they act all friendly and nice in public, but in reality, they don't like each other whatsoever. The art looks cool. I kind of like the concept of the background being a different color every single page, or sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's orange, but this is going to be just a murder mystery, and I'm interested in it. Boom Studios, haven't read too much of them recently. We'll see if this might be one of the ones that I join in. Neighborhood Watch, issue number 1, going to be on my buyer's sell on Friday. Another one going to be on my buyer's sell. We have an Ignition Press book. This is Everybody Loves a Jewel Thief. This is written by Aaron Campbell and Tim Seeley. And I believe, yes, the art and cover is done by Aaron Campbell as well. This follows a book, a writer who is down on his luck, has not made a good book in quite some time, and is in danger of being dropped by his company and having his whole career just wiped away from him. So in order to make a little bit of extra money and to generate a story, he's going to rob a jewelry store. Interesting decision, and it might turn out to be a terrible idea because he's not exactly an experienced criminal. He's smart, but the art looks good. I'm enjoying it from Aaron Campbell, and I appreciate a lot of what Tim Seeley writes. And I'm also going to pick it up because it's an Ignition Press issue number 1. And Ignition Press, I've kind of been with them from the start. I've appreciated a lot of their books. Haven't exactly read some of them all the way through. It just completed Deluge. That was their first book to complete publication. But Everybody Loves a Jewel Thief, issue number 1. Going to be on my buyer's sell this week as well. Next, another Ignition Press book. We have Murder Podcast, issue number 6. We left the last issue with the cops being suckered into a trap, and they're now stuck in this really tough situation where they can't really escape. But it looks like this book starts off with another murder. These people listen to this podcast, and it puts them into a trance, and they just start freaking out and killing a whole bunch of people. And it looks like they're actually beating up one of the, not one of the friends, but one of the boyfriends, it appears, of the group in this book. But then we're going to get back with what the cops are going down and what's happening over there. This book kind of jumps all over the place, but Jeremy Hahn, I think, has done a tremendous job. Not quite sure how many issues this is going to go, but I know it's coming close to a wrap. Murder Podcast, issue number 6. Have appreciated it so far. I'm probably just going to read that one all the way through. It's always a good horror book, and I love a good murder mystery. I'm going to skip this one, save it for the end, because I think it's one of the most important ones. But this one, Null, issue number 4, not one of the most important ones, but it's going to be big for the Queen in Black event coming later on. We see it advertised here on the back. It comes out in July 2026, so in a couple months. It's going to be a big event for the Spider-Man side of things with the symbiote characters as well of Venom and Carnage. Maybe Torment by that time, who knows. But Null is now a light god, And he saw Eddie Brock at the end of the previous issue, and it kind of caught him by surprise because there's nobody that Noel hates more than Eddie Brock. And yeah, that's going to be a spoiler if I show you that page. Let's just show you this one, and it looks like Noel becoming the light god. Really interesting from what I just saw. Might have just spoiled myself of a pretty big thing that happened. So Noel issue number 4 coming out this week. It's a 5-issue mini, so the next one will be the finale for this little mini series of Al Ewing. It's been up and down. It's been up and down. Hopefully they can finish with a bang and we can lead to a good Queen in Black, I guess, event in July. Next, we have Black Cat issue number 9. This continues with Felicia and MJ deep into the gem world, or I think it's the negative zone is where they're at, and we see Felicia kind of got entrapped in this device that she kind of got connected to. And the art looks good from Gleb Melnikov, and looks like we might just get a little throwback here, or that device might have sent her back in time and Felicia might meet a young Peter Parker. And it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see it. It's been a good read so far. I've appreciated it. By the way, the Queen in Black's going to be in a blind bag. The A cover itself is already $8. If you want to spend another $8, go ahead and get you a blind bag. I don't know. I might sit out on that blind bag. But Black Cat issue number 9. It's always a good read. I always love G. Willow Wilson's writing. Highly recommend that book. Next, we have Iron Man issue number 4. This is titled Iron Man Disassembled. In Iron Man issue number 3, we saw Tony get trapped by Madame Mask, and she said the only way that you can get out is if you create a device to help you get out. It happened last time you were in Afghanistan. You created the Iron Man armor. Now I want to see what you can create now in a different scenario. We see that she still has those hostages trapped, and we're going to see what Iron Man can do to get himself out of a really sticky situation with Madame Mask. And it's been an up and down story so far with Joshua Williamson, but I'm always going to read Iron Man, especially if it's written by Joshua Williamson. Waiting for the payoff. I'm hoping that it can be good. It looked like we might get Spider-Man in this issue for that one little page. But Iron Man issue number 4 comes out. This was in my top 10 most anticipated. Going to be a great book, no doubt. But my final pull, in my opinion, the most anticipated. I know it wasn't my number one, or it was my number 1. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue number, what are we on now? 26, part 7 of 9 of the Death Spiral event. And I believe Torment is going to get revealed in this issue. The person underneath the mask. And we saw in the previous issue, this is kind of a spoiler, but hopefully you already read it by the time you're watching this new Comic Book Day vlog. Torment and Carnage combine into one character, and we see Carnage now has taken over for the character of Torment. We still don't know who that is, but it looks like we're going to get a big fight between Torment and Peter, Spider-Man. Not quite sure what happened with Venom and Eddie Brock. I guess Venom is going after Eddie. That's what they're doing right now, or Dylan Brock, excuse me, Eddie's son. So that's what Venom is doing, and Eddie is kind of dying because the whole reason he got partnered up with Carnage is because they were both dying, so they came together to both live. And now that Carnage has abandoned Eddie, he's dying, and Venom is out saving Dylan. So we're going to see if this Death Spiral event can wrap up good. There's still 2 more issues of this Death Spiral event after this, coming out in back-to-back weeks. The best part of this is it's 9 weeks of Death Spiral, and I've really enjoyed it thoroughly all the way through. One of the best Spider-Man events in recent time, one of the best events, period, that Marvel has had in a long time. But guys, let me know down in the comments what book you're going to be reading first this new comic book week, and what books you are looking forward to the most. And guys, hope you have a great rest of your day. Keep reading those comics panel by panel, and I hope you have a great rest of your new comic book week.